We've been trained to just go spend it, go throw it away. See, let me clarify something. When I'm saying Christmas is not for black people, I don't care if you celebrate with family. Oh, that's cool. Being around family, that's a good thing. But what about, I'm talking about this consuming. See, I didn't grow up around black people that were just like, okay, it's Christmas time, it's just family time, and we don't care about the consumerism. We're just going to be around family because it's a family day. Jesus, praise Allah, Jesus, love Christ. Let's just get together with family. I didn't grow up around that. What did I grow up around? It's Christmas time and it's a family day and we are going to get you what you need. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I can get it. Oh man. Yeah, as for that new game system, I don't know how we're going to do it. Oh, I don't know how, Lord Jesus. Lord, things are tough, but I want to make sure these kids don't grow up feeling like they didn't have enough and like we weren't able to give them enough materials like other children are given in America. I just want them to feel equal. And Lord Jesus, please, I'm going, and we would say, I used to do this. I used to set myself back like a month and a half trying to participate in Christmas. And then the more people got you, the more you felt like, okay, I've got to keep going with it. This person is getting me a gift that was like $150. I guess that's the budget. We set budgets before. And you know that this person, they're going to give you a nice gift, so you might as well go back at them. And then you set yourself back how long? Month and a half, 2 months. You feel bad like the week before Christmas, but then you're like, well, I guess it's just about giving. It's just about giving. It's just about giving. If it's just about giving, why don't you give your daughter a scholarship fund? If it's just about giving, why don't you give them some stability? If it's just about giving, why don't you give them a brighter future? No, because it's about giving today. We don't know if tomorrow is promised. Yep, we don't. And every time tomorrow comes, which was not promised, what are we? Unprepared. Why? Because we don't know if it's promised. So let's just spend everything today. Oh, Bertie, you're such an extremist. But isn't that an extremist? Isn't that an extreme? You're always prepared for today. Not even today. You're barely prepared for yesterday. Yet, if I say, hey, let's prepare for tomorrow, they're like, oh, you're an extremist. Let's just focus on today. Aren't you at the opposite extreme? Always prepared for today. See, your way is not working. It does not work. Show me someone that, if I went back home, and I'm from Chicago for anyone listening, if I went back home, you know what you would see? If you just followed me from the airport to 60% of Chicago, the multiculturalism, the blend that we have in the U.S., the blend of first and second world country. That's how we blended multiculturalism. But if you just followed me and I could give you a walking guided tour, I could just show you heaps, droves of people that have what? Nothing. Home ownership? Nope. Wealth? Nope. Power? Nope. Businesses? Nope. Resources? Nope. Savings? Nope. Preparedness for retirement? Nope. Health insurance? Nope. Insurance? Nope. Plans? Nope. What do they have? They've got some Christmas presents though. They've got the newest iPad. They've got the newest pair of shoes. They've got a nice coat, fur coat, diamond ring, earring, wallet, iPad, gift cards to Best Buy. They've got some stuff from the Gap, Old Navy. Do they have anything important? Nah, but who knows? Tomorrow is never promised, and hopefully my daughter is going to be dead before she's an adult, so that my lack of preparedness will kind of, it'll prove that I was right by not preparing for the future, because she was dead anyway before the age of 20. So she would never get to experience the hell that her future is going to be, the servitude that it's going to be. Why? How do we know this? Because if we look at the trend that is happening between the have and the have-nots, the rich and the poor, and also the poor tend to be black and the haves tend to be non-black. If you look at that trend and how it's just getting larger and larger and larger, unless you're waiting on, who's the angel? One of those angels in the Bible. Unless you're waiting on him to come reverse that trend, you should be expecting your children's life to be harder than yours, which many of you are not. That's why you give them an iPad today. So easy to give them a toy helicopter instead of the tools to go start their own helicopter company in the future one day. How many of you actually even have 1,000? Here's what I want you to do. Next time you see a black person on Christmas, if Christmas is about giving, I want you to ask them, and ask yourself this for anyone who's listening. How many of you are prepared to give your children, your grandchildren, a bright future? How many of you? And let me say this now. I will not be celebrating Christmas. I will not be celebrating Christmas. If you ever get me a gift, you know what I'm going to do? Sell it. Take the money. Invest it. Save it for my child. Save it for my family. Save it for an organization. But I will not be consuming. In the future, you know what? And here's my disclaimer. In the future, when I have the assets of Michael Jordan, you know what I'm going to do? Celebrate Christmas. You're going to be like, Bertie, you went back on your word. What? Did I? I said he's the exception. When I become that exception, that's what I'm going to do. I'll go consume if I've got $500 million. Even millions. Once I've got millions, there's a huge gap between the welfare mother and the millionaire, the multi-millionaire. Once I've got my millions, I'm not going to be like, okay, well, I guess I said that years ago Christmas wasn't for black people, even though now I've got mega millions. So even though I've got these mega millions and lots of disposable income and free time and have some few things that I want that I'd like to buy, I guess I've got to stick to my word. Nah, you'll see me consuming. I'll push the GDP up like 3% alone once I've got that. But right now, do I? Nah. But you love comparing yourself. You love comparing yourself to Bill Gates. You're like, Bill Gates did it. He's riding around in a Bentley, so I will too. Are you seriously comparing yourself to Bill Gates? Yep. He wears Armani, so I will too. You're going to wear Armani taking a bus to KFC so you can clock in. Yeah, gotta look nice. I was raised with standards to look nice wherever I go. Well, someone should have raised you to be an owner of your own chicken shack rather than working at KFC wearing an Armani suit. Well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know how to reach you. Christmas is not for black people. It is not for black people. So I'm calling on all you guys. It is December 20th. Someone had to say it. I'm sorry that it wasn't in Google sooner. I wish it was in there. I wish it was already viral so that I didn't have to come here, make this video, make this show, and say what needs to be said. You want to celebrate before a victory. You can celebrate once we've pulled ourselves out of this socio-economic slump. Not even a slump. This is, as Claude Anderson said, now we're looking at probably a permanent underclass status. So we can celebrate Christmas after we've pulled ourselves out of this position. But before that, you will not find me celebrating Christmas. I'll tell you Merry Christmas. I don't care about that. I'll tell you a lot of words. I'll sing a Christmas carol with you. Maybe. You want a Christmas carol? I'll give you that now. Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills I go, laughing all the way. Poor blacks. Oh, the welfare moms. They're so funny. The welfare moms, they love their iPads. Oh, the welfare moms. 10 years of buying iPads and they don't even have $1,000 saved for their children. The welfare moms, all the Ralph Lauren they bought. Laughing all the way. Wow. I do not know what is wrong with us. Why do we feel like this is a day for us, by us? You think like Christmas was a FUBU product? You're like, let me go get that new Christmas. It's for us, by us. FUBU. You think this is a product? This is not a product. This is not for us, by us. Christmas is not for us. Let me get that Christmas. We're going to buy that new Christmas for us, by us. Black power. What? Black power? I want some economic power. What about that? What about we pool our money? What money? Well, the money that we had like before December 25th. It's almost like there's some sort of law. I guess I've got to go consult my uncle. He's a lawyer. There must be some sort of law that I don't know about. There's this law probably that says black people at the end of the year, we've got to go empty our wallets. Any excess cash that we manage to save, we just need to go bankrupt ourselves at the end of the year. It's time to just empty it all. Get the account back down to zero so that we can start the year anew and struggle. Bankruptcy. That's what it is. Bankruptcy day. I will not celebrate bankruptcy day. You've got kids that have an iPad. No medical safety. No insurance. Their schools are lacking. We don't even own our schools. We don't even have our own schools. Your kids are getting drugged up, vaccinated left and right, sterilized, put on ADHD drugs, sent to schools that, you know how, this is what I said before. It's very easy to know that your children's future will be non-existent because they don't even plan on your children learning the language. They won't learn the language. They won't learn their native language because they will not be getting jobs in the future. Nah, I'm saying, yo. Check it out, yo. Shouting, man. They don't plan on your kids getting jobs. They don't even plan on your kids being able to reproduce. They don't plan on your kids having any dignity. That's why if you take, and I hate that I have to be the first one to come out and say this stuff. I'm not the first one, but it's just the people that say it are far and in between. I'm one of the first people that I know. I don't know of anyone else who ever said Christmas is not for black people. But some of the other issues I'm talking about, there are people that say this. Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Umar, Tommy Sotomayor, Jason Black. There are people that say this. But they do not plan on your children having a future. Yeah, and I'm saying this and I have to be questioned as to the validity of this. See, if you take a train from Chicago, I love using my references from Chicago because this is proof. Tell me, is this a fact or not? If this is not a fact, this statement that I'm about to say, if this is not a fact, I want you to stop this show. I want you to say that is your opinion, Birdie, and It's okay to have your own opinions, but I will not sit here and listen to you express your opinion